Mr. Gupta, good morning to you. Thank you very much indeed for doing this interview.
Good morning, Stephen. Good morning to all of your viewers.
How would you describe your relationship with the President and thus to an extent your place in South Africa?
See, for my side or our family side our relations with the President Zuma is very simple, like all other business community, business people have with any president. We have a relations with what you call the friendship that we have with before also another president also. So I don't feel any difference in this relation, what we have in now and previously, and different with someone else on this thing.
Is it a relationship where he does things for you?
Having a relation is not an issue. That whether he's doing something for you, this is the most important for everyone. I can say categorically thing. We never asked why he's going to do anything for us.
So you've never asked anything?
We never asked that. You can bring in one person then who say that we ask President to this thing.
Has he ever offered to do anything for you?
Nothing to do when you know you're going to be asked that why his person will going to be offered to you. I don't believe on these things.
It's claimed, and I mean this is a claim I'm putting to you, that you and your family will call up a minister appointed by President Jacob Zuma and tell that minister what to do. Is that claim nonsense? It's not true?
Not true at all. That's, I say, very categorically, not true and not at all.
Gwede Mantashe, the ANC Secretary General,
right.
I don't know if you've met him before.
Yes, I will not deny that. I met a few times with him.
He's hinted that he believes certain ANC leaders have been captured by corporate interests. Now, I think you know enough about Mr. Mantashe to know he's one of the best politicians this country's ever produced. When he uses that phrase, it strikes me that he is attacking you. When he says corporate interests, he knows exactly how that will play.
No, but why you think that he's attacking on us?
Which other corporate interests could he be talking about?
It's many. All business people have a relation, and all corporate entity in this country having. We are the very small, Stephen, that we already been saying many times, that we are in not more than 1% of the stock exchange of this country. Or wealth-wise is in maybe more less than that. So how you can presume that he's attacking on the family?
But he knows exactly how that comment will be interpreted. There's no other group of people or any other group of companies who've been in the political press as much as you have. He knows that will only be interpreted one way, as suggesting that President Jacob Zuma, who he used to be friends with, has been captured by you. Why would the ANC Secretary General say that?
See, again I say to you that this is an assumption by. He never taken our name. So it's a very much unuseful that to be comments on this thing which is not being. And if someone is really want to be say, nobody can. He's a strong character. He is a strong politician. Why he has to be say something in a hidden words? He can directly say to us. He can directly take his norm. Nobody holding him to all. He's a respectable leader in this country. So I don't believe that whatever he don't want to be say on someone else has to be comments on this thing.
Is Des Van Rooyen now the Minister of Cooperative Governance? Is he someone you know?
So how you do? It's not important that I don't.
Does he come to visit you at home?
Okay, now that's the. But let me categorically say that I haven't seen ever before to him when he become a minister. And one day, one of my colleagues remind me, no, we saw him that in one of the party, I don't know where is that, or one of the gathering, that he was standing next to the Mr. KB. So he was, like I'm asking to my people that, oh, this new finance minister, how you know them, or something is a new gentleman. We never meet him, we never see him. So they remind me, no, we saw on that day that he was next to KB, he's standing. That's the only my. Before that, even he became a finance minister. We met one more time. I'm going further also. So there is a air to be clear in a one time forever. Then when we have in this time now, few days before, when we have this, that we decided our EXCO decided we have to be present that our case to all of them. So we are presenting to MKVM in this meeting. He's also there. So that's and he recognized us. We did not on that time also, because once you don't know much, people so closely. So it's very difficult. But then immediately I stuck yes. That. So this is the reply of that. But my question is still stand. Nothing wrong. Everybody meet with the ministers and this thing. They are right. And if Guptas meet with the minister or anybody, they are wrong. Why? It's something, I don't know, that you had to make it out. What's the reason that Guptas is being targeted or family is being targeted? That we have to be fine. We have to be a more burning question for this thing. What's the reason behind it?
Mosabenzi Zwane
Yes,
flew with your family to Switzerland.
it's absolutely rubbish.
His spokesperson's confirmed it.
So he has to ask. So, see, again and again I'm telling you, it's absolutely rubbish. No our family member, with any of our family member, he flew anywhere.
He flew with one of your companies then.
What do you mean, the company?
Mosabenzi Zwane, it was a story in the Financial Mail. I'm sure you saw it. He went to Switzerland
Yeah.
to help your firm negotiate with Glencore.
No. Say, let me again reply to you this thing. Zwane, not with anybody of our company or not with any family member, flew to Switzerland. If his spokesperson is confirming to that he's flying with us, then he's lying.
You've said several times during this interview that your relationship with President Jacob Zuma is just a social relationship. I have to ask you to explain the Waterkloof Air Force Base. No one has managed to use a South African Air Force Base in the way you did, landing guests for a wedding at a military base. If someone else tried it, they'd probably be shot down. You suffered no significant consequence. No one in your family was fined or put in jail or even made any kind of court appearance. Nothing happened to you. How do you explain that if it wasn't for your relationship with President Jacob Zuma or someone else in the ANC?
So, Stephen, I can give a reply in two different. It's a very complex matter. In effect, it's been asked so many times from us, and we many times. So let me start with this thing. Let's say all procedure has been followed on that time, and you know that as a journalist, and which is you are the most knowledgeable, if I believe so, that in this kind of stuff that no aircraft can land without permission. And with the 240 or something guests, cannot land in any, not forget about landing, cannot come in an airspace. If this aircraft comes without permission or without anything, it can be shoot in the air itself. Forget anybody else. Even this aircraft also can, if it is coming. If any aircraft coming with the permission, how anybody can shoot to this aircraft? Nobody. Not with the, even is a verbal permission come from anybody, or what you calling that, it's a president or something. It cannot be, nobody will hold, they shoot this aircraft. So I believe so that is all process is being followed on this time. Nothing to do with the president in this thing. On the record, I am telling, if one person is who say that we say that is a president or president anything, bring it to us. There's nothing to do with president. This all process has been followed on that time. If we know that this is the really that much of a thing, we're never going to be thing.
So there was a story in the Financial Times yesterday. I'm sure you know the British Financial Times. It said the Department of Mineral Resources had, and I'll quote, used the threat of regulatory action under South Africa's mining laws to influence Glencore, end quote. This is the Financial Times. This is not a South African publication that maybe is competing with the New Age or anything like that. It's saying the department was putting Glencore under pressure so that you can get the price you wanted. Why would the department do that if it wasn't to benefit you, your family, or your companies?
No, thank you very much. But Stephen, are you not asking this question to the wrong person? Department has to give a reply of that if department is doing this thing. We have nothing to do in this thing. And let me say one more thing. I'm not defending department or I'm not defending anybody else. See, if in my opinion, in my personal opinion, again, I don't want to be going any of that. If government or government department has to put a pressure on Glencore. They should pressure on Glencore to supply to the ESCOM on the same price for next 3 years. So if they are not listening of this pressure, how are they going to be listening to any other pressure?
Duduzane Zuma, the president's son,
Right.
he's involved with the same deal, isn't he?
See, the company that who doing this deal is called Tegeta Exploration and Resources. That company, in effect, have a Duduzane is almost a biggest shareholder. I think so. I'm not 100%, but I think so. He's one of the biggest shareholder, and this company is an empowerment company. It's a 50.1% or 0.4% of 50 plus 1 is an empowerment company. So whether it's Duduzane or other black shareholders, they are controlling this company.
How many companies are members of your family and Duduzane Zuma directors of? I mean, how many companies are members of your family and he on the same board?
See, I'm not off.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Bloomberg, the news agency Bloomberg,
Yeah.
they say it's 11. At least 11 was the way.
He's a director. I doubt on this thing. Sorry, I doubt on that. But offhand, I cannot say
But he's
immediately.
at least a director of...
He's an active member of this business. He's an active member. He's not as a politician. We have to be talkative on this. We all talking that he's a son of President Zuma. But I want to reveal with you many of the things. This young boy, since beginning with us, and he worked even 16 to 18 hours daily. He go himself to the all mines, all places. He don't sit in an air-conditioned room and just count the money or do this. He earn very hard-earned money. He do that, and I believe so. I'm not 100% sure. Even I haven't seen a one night he's spending with his father in his house. He's an independent man. He's an independent businessman. He do his own business by his own rights.
Do you believe that he would have been as successful in business without you?
I certainly believe on this thing. He have a talent. He have a passion for work. So I don't think so that if you have an opportunity, of course, that if you have a passion and hardworking nature and you have a talent and you got an opportunity, you will get a success. There is no question I will not get a success. And one more thing I want to mention, Stephen, in this thing that, see, he himself decided that he will not do a empowerment deal or so-called black empowerment deals, that he will not participate in this directly. He will do his business now, and he will do only the business and focus on this thing. So he can create an opportunity for so many others empowerment people also. He all the time is doing this thing. So I don't have any doubt that if it is not with us, he may not be getting success, that what success is getting this moment.
And would your businesses, your group, have been as successful without him as the president's son? I mean, would there be a difference in the way you are now?
You want to listen a real answer?
Yeah.
So then let me tell you that we might be having a better if these controversies are not with us. We might be doing much better. We've been now being targeted because of these reasons, which is nothing existent. We are not getting a benefit of this. We are in effect in a really in a tough environment.
Last week in Parliament, President Jacob Zuma State of the Nation address. I don't know if you were able to see it on TV.
No, I saw that.
I saw it. Did you see Julius Malema and the EFF chanting "Zupta must fall"? Julius Malema, the EFF. How did you feel when you saw that? Zupta must fall, Zupta must fall, Zupta must fall. How did you feel when you saw that?
Now see this again. I must say to that, we are much more, there's nothing else that we are worried about this thing. We're much more worried about our 5,000, 4,500 to 5,000 employees. Nothing else. This is, for my take is only on this thing. Rest is political. And as evident that they already say in a court themselves that they are attacking on us is a political attack. Although we are not a politician. We request to this all people that we are not politicians.
I want to talk a bit about your businesses now for a moment. Your companies, I mean, I would say in the mid-1990s, probably a very small presence, if one at all, from what I understand, then most South Africans probably had not heard of the Gupta family, of you and your family, until 2009, maybe, which is when President Zuma became the president. How are your companies able to literally explode from there? I mean, now your companies seem to have, there seems to be a lot more of them, they seem to be doing a lot better. What's the secret to that? How did that happen so quickly?
So very good. I'm very happy that as you believe it that we come in 1993. As in 1993, Mr. Ajay Gupta come as a young 23-year-old boy. He want to build his career. He loves South Africa. He stayed. He gave up his even Indian citizenship. You know, this is very interesting. That once you're taking any other as an Indian citizenship, if you're taking any other country's citizenship, you had to give up Indian citizenship.
It's an emotional issue for someone from India.
Yes, very, very. And it's very difficult to reclaim that. So he is only South African. 2000, we all family shifted here. And most of them is given all of them is giving, except me, that all given the Indian citizenship. So become a South, only one citizenship they have is South African. Many of the kids is born here, which is now 20-year-old, 22 years old, already clean there. So they are proudly South African. And now is a matter come for this, our companies or anything. I tell you that. We started in 1993. Now, you talking is 2009 and 10. I don't want to be on the record and say this thing, no. But might be our progress was on that days is much good. From 2000 to 2000 is our golden period. 2000 to 2007 is our golden period of growth. But nobody is interested in us. It is not that, it's a media that who start to look at us, that whatever we're doing, they're going to start to mention that. 2005 or 6, we decided that we are not going to do the government business. 2006 roundabout is. Our board take a decision, Sahara, that we are not going, which is we, on the pressure of the all, because we corporatized to this all business in 2012, 2013. That's why it's more issues, more publicly people start to come to know. And our business are very strategical, Stephen, very strategical. We don't do any business which go on overnight. Our group take a very conscious decision that how our group companies will do next 5 years, next 10 years. So businesses we take in, we learn, and we started that start to give fruits to them in next 5 to 10 years. So, and even then, today also, like this, we talking to the Glencore also, this thing. This will never going to be a fruit in a 1 year or 2 years. This fruit will come of this company is after 2018 only, when they will come out from this. This is a conscious decision. We're ready to take a 3-year loss up to 2018, December 2018. So company, our group is very strategically and constructively going forward, not in overnight on this thing. That's why you're able to see much. And before, nobody was interested. And this is, we want to ask, what changes come in 2009 that all of a sudden we become a darling of the media? Yes, because maybe we enter in their space. It's like this. I'm just joking.
No, you'd have to look at the figures to see if there was a difference. There are many ways of doing business.
Yeah.
One way of doing business involves people giving each other contracts and getting something in return. It could be another contract. It could be something else. I mean, is that how you do your business? I mean, if I had to call it favor for favor, would that be accurate? Would that be inaccurate?
But tell me, where is the contract, or what is mean of the contract?
My point is that there are different ways of doing business. One of them is that if you do me a favor, I'll do you a favor. Is that how you run your business?
But this is what I'm saying, that you have to tell me that where is the contract. Our business is a purely operate by corporate ethics. This all corporate governance has been done. All business is run by particular company CEOs and been handled by the one executive committee. This exco will run this business, not by all brothers or all family members. In corporate governance, no business can do the way, what I understand from you, to contract and favor. I don't think so. Any business do like this and should do like this. we have a very much good corporate governance in our businesses.
We're coming to the end of this now, I think. At a media event last year, your organisation awarded Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma the African of the Year title. We all know that the ANC is going to have a leadership election. Do you want Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma to be the next president? Would you be comfortable with her being the president of the ANC and of the country?
See, I'm not a politician. We are the businessman. We want to do business also. We only want to do a business. For us, any president is good who is good for the business and economy.
So would you be more comfortable with Cyril Ramaphosa?
For anybody. We will be much more happy with anybody who will promote to the business. We are the businessmen here. We need to be a growth of the country. We want to be a more job creation in this country, which is over target all the time. Our company even is looking over next 10-year target, what I heard in my quarterly conference, that our group wanted to be employing in next 10 years minimum 50,000 people. So I'm happy to look at that who is interested in this. We have nothing to do that to support to the South Africa and economy of the South Africa.
So your group, slowing economy, we all know that the country is very worried about this, a slowing economy. You say your group's aiming for 50,000 to employ 50,000 people. Are you confident you'll manage it? It'll be huge for the economy if you do.
See, this is the very interesting. I must thank again to our EXCO and our group CEOs that. See, they have a different view for the economy of South Africa. They have a very different feelings because they all come from the grassroots level. They didn't landed as a parachute in the dispositions. They are not been come here with a huge backgrounds of that. They come from grassroots. They all are. So they have a different view. They are saying that problem in this country that we don't have enough investment, enough reinvestment. That's our biggest. Our group, we say in the beginning also, not taking a money out, any profit out of the country. We reinvesting in this thing. So if we will make a more profit, we will be reinvested in this thing. And if every group decided to reinvest in this country and create more job, more opportunity, and to love to the South Africa, then this country economy, they have a big resources, they have a big natural resources and wonderful people that who can make a difference there. So we have to be changed the mindset of the business. And that's why this is the mindset of our EXCO, that they say no, they reinvested in this country and they can grow the business much faster in compared to the whole country economy. So that's, I think so, is their plan, and to grow more jobs, more opportunities, and more business.
Mr. Gupta, I think we're at the end of our time. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Stephen. Thank you very much to you.